Danny, what's your first impression on what you see from Tennessee's offense?
Yeah, they have.
Go ahead.
Good.
You're scoring a bunch of points.
Yeah, that's what they do. They're really high-powered offense. You know, a lot of great players all over the field. You know, tempo, tempo, tempo.
Is that just the name of the game, Tennessee, the tempo? Is that much different than you guys have seen?
I mean, you know, with Levy, it was a little bit like that. You know, we haven't really faced an offense quite like that. You know, it's going to be challenging for sure, but we have all the tools necessary to handle that.
What do you make of just what they have up front? Offensive line.
Very experienced offensive line. Probably the best we're going to see, you know, hear it from, you know, kind of the season, how it's been. But just got to be, we have a lot of good guys up front, so I'm excited for that.
How beneficial do you think it is for you guys that the last 2 seasons you've gone up in practice against Jeff Levy's offense, and him and Heupel have a similar system?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt at all. You know, you're going to have to try and, you know, kind of make that environment in practice. You know, you got to practice fast, go through as many plays as you can, because that's going to be in the game. And so we're really just trying to, you know, kind of simulate that.
Danny, with that tempo, how important is it that you get that signal real quick?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. You got to have a call before you can do anything. So everyone has to be on point. You know, everyone has to be looking at the sideline, get the call, and just be able to communicate and play fast.
Also, you played a lot of games here. Just how much are you looking forward to seeing what this is like on Saturday, and this crowd and everything you're expecting for this one?
I mean, hopefully it's pretty good. Usually games start out great. You know, I think fourth quarter it wasn't to the standard, but I'm sure Bob Stoops would call out the fans or do something like that.
Need a little extra juice for this one?
It wouldn't hurt. I think it's only going to help us, you know, with a you know, kind of a younger quarterback. I think that's what you kind of need.
Danny, after having a chance to watch it over, what do you think you guys did well defensively this past weekend, and where's there maybe some room for improvement going into this week?
Yeah, I mean, we had 6 3-and-outs. That's pretty solid. I think we just need to keep working on that. You know, improving. You know, like we said, there's gonna be a lot of tempo, so guys have to be able to communicate faster. You know, it's a lot of stress. You know, put on just going from here to there just as quick as you can. So just keep trying to work on that.
Kind of agonizing it all to know that their 2 touchdowns both came on 4th and goal, and you guys were kind of that close.
Yeah, you got to finish. You know, every touchdown that we've allowed this season has come off a penalty, so we just kind of have to improve on that. Just be more disciplined, you know, throughout the entire course of the game.
Danny, we saw a few rush packages there where you and Sammy kind of came up to the edge, and then R. Mason and Trace dropped back to linebacker.
You like that?
Yeah. What do you like about it?
I mean, it's hard to block. You know, we have a lot of great guys that get to the quarterback, so just changing up the looks.
How about Sammy's performance Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, he's a young guy. You know, just came in here. You know, this is second year. You know, it's hard. You know, it's hard to come in and just be able to respond. I was in that situation myself, you know, 2 years ago, and I think he did a phenomenal job just responding. You know, just being ready. You know, his number was called, and he did a great job.
Coach Venables obviously talks quite a bit about competitive depth. Does his play on Saturday kind of underscore that? You got Dolby out, but then here he comes having a really strong day.
I mean, we've talked about it the entire time, competitive depth, next man up. Sammy had his number called, he responded. You know, there's times in the games where he made mistakes, but you know, as a young guy, it's going to happen. And then he just kept moving, short-term, you know, mindset, and then it's right on the next play.
I know last season the sack numbers might not have been there at times for you guys, but how beneficial is it to have guys like R. Mason and Grayson kind of get off to the start they've got to this year?
I mean, it's huge. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't change the game, but when there's big moments, then R. Mason makes those plays, you know, that's what wins you a game.
Danny, as someone who seems to kind of really have embraced the history of OU football, what do you know about Josh Heupel and, you know, that 2000 team?
I mean, he played before I was born. I know he was a great quarterback. You know, obviously he brought the last national championship here. He's a great coach. You know, a lot of history has come through from him, and just great credit for what he's done. You know, I don't really think too much into that.
Danny, can it be an advantage that you guys practiced for 2 years against Jeff Levy's offense when Josh Heupel runs a similar offense? They all kind of came from that Bryles tree.
I don't think it hurts. I think those 2 years, I mean, not everyone's been here. We've had a lot of turnover. You know, a guy like Dom didn't practice with Levy, so we have to try and create that environment, that pressure that tempo brings.
Do you, when you face a team that they know that you kind of get the gist of their offense, do you generally see guys like trying to break tendencies and stuff like that more often than you would otherwise?
I mean, I don't know how their offense goes. We've kind of seen that in the past 3 games that we've seen. I'm assuming that's probably going to have a similar mindset there, so we just have to be ready for everything.
Somehow, if you can make them one-dimensional, you know, shut down the run game or whatever, how much is that going to help you in this game?
I mean, you could say that for any offensive team. You make them one-dimensional, you have a way better chance of succeeding. So, I mean, we're going to have that very similar mindset going into this one.
It's been decades since Oklahoma was a touchdown underdog in this building. I assume you guys are at least somewhat aware of that. Does that kind of change the mentality or the approach at all this week, add a little extra fire?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, the mentality is already to try and win the game. So that them just setting the line like that, we're not gonna, okay, now we have to win the game even more. I mean, I think that's kind of not really how you have to think about it. You have to go into every single game like it's the most important, because it kind of is, If we lose to Temple, it's a pretty important game. If you lose that one, I think every single game that you play here or there, I mean, it's huge. You got to win every opportunity you get.
Is it pretty cool to be a part of OU's first ever SEC game?
Yeah, it's awesome. That's kind of a reason why I came back, to kind of just make history and just be a part of it.
Danny, with game day here, who would you want to see as the guest picker?
Maybe like Baker or something like that. I feel like that's a good answer. Probably. I mean, we can make it work. Maybe they should do like the Boz or something like that. I mean, I think I know what team he'd say, but yeah, the Boz would be pretty cool. Good answer. How about what do you have?
I was going to do it myself.
Not yourself.
I'd put myself.
Let's be
out
realistic.
there.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah, Baker's not bad, but yeah, Boz would be good.
Give me a
Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin
Okay,
wouldn't
yeah.
be bad. Sam Bradford wouldn't be bad.
That's a good one. Any kind of non-bias?
Well, non-OU guys?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe Ryan Walters, the Secretary of Education for
I like that. That's a good one.
It'd be interesting.
That's a good one.
I think that'd definitely be interesting.
Perfect. That sounds good. Maybe get Mike Hawk out there. That'd be cool too.
That's my vote.
Lana Del Rey?
Yeah, sure. She can sing. All right, we good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I can sing.